head to Nashville, my old stomping grounds, as we get ready and continue to get ready for UFC on ESPN. And welcome to the program, Gavin Tucker. Gavin, how are you?
Good. How you guys doing?
Not too bad. We appreciate your time. Another fight week, and I always ask fighters, do you try to keep it the same? Do you try to mix it up a little because of the monotony of fight week? How will you handle the next couple days?
I think honestly, man, it's best not to decide on how you feel or how it's going. Try not to kind of lean on any familiarity. Fighting's crazy. Trying to put any structure to what could happen is probably not the best idea. Fight week usually plays out the same. There's always that weight cut ahead of it, so just kind of dealing with that in small blocks, knowing what's coming up, but not really filling in the details until fight night.
Very good. Understand. Curious when I jumped on, and a lot of times Wikipedia is not right. You know, I read through your Wikipedia. I saw that you studied jazz and music industry. I know what jazz is. What's music industry?
Yeah, I did. So the industry would be a lot of like, what would we say, like recording arts, studio work, and things that are kind of performance, venue bookings, and you have such a big infrastructure in the U.S. How the fight is obviously a big part, but it's just one part of the whole production. If you came to see the tech crew and the things they bring, and the trucks, and the production, and the lights, everything around that. So just kind of setting up sound systems, setting up lights. That would be mostly what the industry courses would be for.
I got you. I could have used your help, but when I was in the military, I went to a concert in Norfolk, Virginia, and I just walked around like I owned the place so that I could sneak in to the concert. And somebody said, "Oh, are you here to work?" And I, lied to get into the concert. I said, "Yeah." So they sent me up to like work one of the lights at like the top of the arena, and I had obviously no clue how to do it or what was going on. Faked my way through it, for sure. So do you play? Did you play a musical instrument?
Yeah, I played guitar. Still like a lifetime ago now, but I used to play guitar. I would play theater festivals and different bands from country to heavy metal to sort of blues bands and stuff like that. So Nashville here is a good city for me. I like it. There's a lot of music culture and a big appreciation for performance in general. So I'm excited to perform here and perform here.
I always ask, fighters, it's fight week. Your main job is getting through up to, making weight, get to the arena, your fight on Saturday, which is your reward. But are you able to get out? And with it being Nashville and a music city, will you be able to walk down Broadway? Will you be able to listen to some of that at all? Or is it, I'm not leaving, I got to take care of business on Saturday and maybe on Sunday?
Yeah, the energy is typically pretty low due to, the carb depletion and the weight cut, and then also we're water loading. So, having 7 liters of water in my stomach walking around, having to go to the bathroom every 10 minutes is not really conducive to walking Broadway. But I will find, or I will make opportunities once the weigh-in is done, and hopefully have a little time the next day after. But my mind is pretty focused on the fight. I mean, I'd love to see the city and experience some of the stuff, but at the end of the day, I feel like that one big moment building up is kind of taking all my focus, and I'm just fixated on that. And all the rest is good if there's time for it, but we'll see.
I always say that my next weight cut will be my cremation. Thanks.
Wait, a little bit of a delay.
Yeah, I was waiting for the laugh. I'm like, this may not go where I want it to go.
So Gavin, I just got back from Brazil. So Gavin, I just got back from Brazil. I was there for the last 3 weeks. There's MMA gyms everywhere. There's combat gyms everywhere. I've done a cruise from New York up to Nova Scotia, Fairfax. And so what's the culture like up in that region of the world? Like, are there, I don't recall seeing a lot of MMA gyms or training facilities in that part of Canada, but what's it like?
The East Coast, it's a good spot. Lifestyle-wise, you're on the ocean. How people live, very laid back. It's a smaller city, growing fast. It has a very rich boxing culture there. We've got guys that have been heavyweight champions of the world, fought Muhammad Ali. We've got guys there that have fought Triple G, Golovkin, and we've got a really deep history, amateur boxing, medalists and stuff. So you see a lot of that influence down, especially in mindset and towards MMA gyms. Obviously, there's a big jiu-jitsu culture everywhere now, and that's really starting to show. But I think you're going to see the East Coast kind of blow up. It's there. It's just sort of hidden behind this kind of like laid-back sailor lifestyle. But you know how port cities are. It's always rough and tumble, and goes along with that culture. And the old Nova Scotia, the New Scotland, and Newfoundland, the island, and all the Atlantic provinces there. Man, there's a lot of talent that's just kind of waiting to blow up. So hopefully I can showcase a little bit of that on this weekend.
What's the craziest, strangest, thing to happen to you, with you, involving you in the middle of a fight?
Craziest thing for me in the middle of a fight?
Yeah,
I lost my shorts once. Was fighting off submission, and my shorts came down over my butt. Had underwear on that were labeled appropriate, so that's a good thing. But lost my shorts fighting off submission. Broke my face in 4 places one fight, and had to keep it rolling. Popped toes and stuff like that. I mean, like just little, well, not little, but in hindsight, little things you look back on and have a snicker at. But fighting is just a chaotic sport. You try and bring as much elegance to it as you can, but at the end of the day, you go in with that idea, and it always ends up being some sort of chaos, some sort of elegance and some sort of chaos. So you never know what it's going to be, and that's like a big part of the excitement of doing it, and a big part of the excitement, I think, of watching it. But I would say losing my shorts would be the funniest thing, and having my face broken in 4 places would have been the most undesirable, unenjoyable part.
Yeah, I didn't know where you were going to end it. I'm like, I don't know if I would have considered the second one any part of enjoyable, but with the way fans are, and I know this because I sold Matt Serra's underwear when he beat GSP for over $800. Did you ever think of selling those underwear?
No, I never really thought about that at all, but there's some sick people that love the sport. I'm a person to do the sport, and it might not sound enjoyable, but in hindsight, I think you say not enjoyable. You look at what you can get through as a human and as a person, and you look at the things that people will buy for the sake of novelty, and it's all exciting, man. It's definitely a bunch of deviants doing it and watching it, and I couldn't be happier to have another chance to do it again. I think every day that I get a chance to do it. So.
Well, Gavin, if it happened before Derrick Lewis took his shorts off the first time, you can say that you started a new trend, because we just saw him lose his shorts in Salt Lake City at UFC 291.
He's a brave, outspoken man, but he's big enough. Who's going to stop him if he wants to take his shorts off? So I got to have 6 pounds if I'm going to get that praise. And
Absolutely. Final question for you, Gavin. UFC on ESPN on Saturday. Give me your thoughts on your opponent.
He's a durable guy, great, good guard. He's that fight. It's like all commonalities. Every time people ask him, at the end of the day, it's on me. What I'm gonna do, what I know I can do, and what I'm capable of. So I think this fight is going to go everywhere, and I think that this guy is a great opponent for me to go out there and make a return and try to present some of that elegance and chaos that I was talking about earlier.
Awesome. Great stuff. Gavin, thank you very much for your time. Have fun on Saturday. I know we have your address. We're going to send you a care package from 8 Man Strong for coming on and chatting with us. Enjoy the process as always, and reward is Saturday night in Nashville.
Thanks, guys. Good chatting with you.
Take care. That is Gavin Tucker back in the octagon on Saturday. Let's hit a